So in the last some lectures, we already discussed about time-dependent perturbation theory and time-independent perturbation theory. Those all are the some approximation techniques. So the mainly there are time-dependent perturbation theory and time-independent perturbation theories are. So time-independent perturbation theory means the Hamiltonian which doesn't depend on the time. Such a problem we can solve using time-dependent perturbation theory. So we already studied time-dependent perturbation one formulation. Apart from those who Hamiltonian which doesn't depend on the time, such Hamiltonian we can solve. One method is time-independent perturbation theory. The second method is another technique is variation method, and the third one more method is the WKB approximation. So in which today in this lecture I'm going to explain what is meant by variation method. So variation method is the one method of approximation which can solve the Hamiltonian which doesn't depend on the time. So in this approximation method we have to make some guess on the wave function. First we have to guess the wave function. So then apply the variation principle to improve this guessed wave function. First step is we have to guess the wave function, and we are applying this method to improve this wave function and obtain finally we are going to obtain the upper bound for the ground state. So upper bound for the ground state. The ground state energy upper bound ആണ് നമുക്ക് കിട്ടാൻ പോകുന്നത് while doing this variation method. So in this method, good guess will give good results, and also this method usually using for to obtain the ground state energy and wave function. We can also apply, we will discuss in the next topic. We can also get the excited state also possible to find. So main aim is to find the ground state, but there are techniques to get the excited state also. So first of all we are going to explain what are the principle behind the variation method. So we already told that we have to find the ground state energy. Our aim is to find ground state energy for a system described by Hamiltonian. So the system suppose described by a Hamiltonian, but this Hamiltonian, the system we cannot solve exactly. That's why we using the approximation technique. So Schrodinger equation, we cannot solve the Schrodinger equation exactly. So we have to apply the variation principle, and the variation principle will give the upper bound for the ground state based on the trial wave function. So first of all, we have to choose a trial wave function, and after choosing the trial wave function, we have to get the ground state energy and its upper limit. That is almost equal to expectation of H. So this is the principle or the idea of the ground state. So the expectation value of Hamiltonian with respect to trial wave function. I already told we have to guess the wave function first. We don't know what is the wave function of the system. So we have to guess the wave function, that is we call trial wave function. Our trial wave function Hamiltonian expectation value ആണ് നമുക്ക് എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നത് upper bound for the ground state energy തരുന്നത്. So this is the idea or the principle for the variation principle. So we have to prove this because expectation value നമുക്ക് ground state energy തന്നെയാണ് prove തരുന്നത് prove ചെയ്യാൻ പോവാണ്. So let us express the wave function as a linear. So let us express the wave function as a linear combination of a eigenfunction of the Hamiltonian operator. Hamiltonian operator. So this is a wave function. To say wave function is the linear combination of a basis state. So this is, we know this wave function having h psi n is equal to em psi n is the time independent Schrodinger equation. So psi h psi, expectation of h with respect to this psi can return as summation over m, summation over n, cm star, because one psi is a Bragg psi, so cm star, one cn is a cn itself, and h operating over energy state will give some here acting on psi n, so it will give en, then the remaining is psi m, psi m. So this left hand side is nothing but expectation of Ch. It will be equal to summation over en cn mod square. Summation over m will use cm star cn, we can return as cn mod square, while m is equal to n. So the expectation of H is equal to summation over n cn mod square. So this one condition, but we know for a normalized wave function, psi should be equal to 1. What is psi is summation over m, summation over n, cm star cn psi n mod psi m. This is equal to m is equal to n, so we can return as summation over n cn mod square should be equal to 1. This is the normalized condition. But by the definition of ground state energy, it means, so by definition, the ground state energy is the smallest energy. Smallest energy eigenvalue. That we know. So therefore, E ground state is always equal to En. So here we have an equation. Expectation of Ph is going to get that is, it's always greater than, so lower limit is En, so that's going to EGS summation over n Cn mod square. So we know Cn mod square from normalization condition is equal to 1. So expectation of EH will Q of H will Q E ground state. So that we have proved that expectation H will give the upper limit for the ground states. So which is the basic of variation? Basis of variation. Principle. So this is variation idea, and here we are going to apply one method to find this variation, to implement this variation principle. I called it the Rayleigh-Ritz method. In this method we are going to use a linear combination of fixed basis function as a trial function. In this method we use a linear combination of the fixed basis function as a trial wave function a trial function and choose the expansion coefficient. As variational parameter. So this method I am going to use a trial wave function phi, the trial wave function taken as summation over I is equal to 1 over n ci si. It's the basis state where phi is the trial function. So I call this a trial function only because later only we call it as a wave function. So we know we need to find ground state energy. It's equal to expectation of H. It's equal to summation over I, summation over J, Ci star Cj, because one is for phi and another for ket phi. So it will give psi I H psi j. So hope you following this class of this step, and the expectation will give a numerator too, that is psi I psi j Ci star Cj psi I psi j. You know expectation of A operator psi will give expectation of psi A psi I psi psi. This is the expectation definition. In that way, the previous step we have done. Okay, so this is the expectation of Ph. So this energy now we get summation over I, summation over J, Ci star Cj. I call this H expectation as a Hij, and summation over I, summation over J, Ci star Cj Sij, where I am going to define what is Hij is equal to psi I H psi j, and Sij is equal to psi I psi j. These are the matrix elements. So we need to find minimum value of H. To find minimum value of expectation of A, we differentiate this equation. This equation with respect to Ck star. Ck, whether it is I or K or become K equal to 1, 2 or n, and also set its differentiation is equal to B. So minimum value, so its first derivative becomes 0. So in this equation here left I multiply because I just put in this equation E into, sorry, I just take a numerator in the left hand side. I taking I J Ci star Cj Sij equal to summation over I, summation over J Hij. Ci star Cj Sij. So from this step I am going to differentiate this one with respect to Ck. I took here in the left hand side E is there, and so I took this one term and this is the second term. Sorry, this is the first term and E is the second term. So first into Ci star Cj Sij into derivative of second term plus first into derivative of second, that will give summation over j. I took I maybe in terms of k. That's a differentiation I taken I are equal to k. In that form, summation over j Cj Skj. Because Ci I took I is equal to k, then dou C I by dou k equal to 1. And the same way is equal to, here also I am going to differentiate with I is equal to k, and summation over j Cj Hkj. And this equation can simply written as summation over j Cj, I took one side Hkj minus E into Skj is equal to 0, because the dou E by dou Ck star will give 0. This is my first assumption. So this equation, and okay, and which okay, so the similar way, suppose I took j as a k, I getting another equation, summation over I Ci star Hik minus Esk. So there is no difference between this, where k is equal to 1 to n, and that's all. So here the previous case I took I as a k, and the second equation I took okay, so the both equation is, one is adjoint, Hermitian adjoint of other, that's all. So I took the first equation as a general equation. So this equation and are both are same. So this is a set of n simultaneous homogeneous linear equation. This one equation in variable C1, C2, etc. Cn. So for a non-trivial solution, we can return this equation as a set of simultaneous linear equation whose non-trivial solution. To get a non-trivial solution, we can represent this equation as H11 matrix form ES11, because H11 ES1, so summation over J, and this one second row ES12 etc etc H1n minus ES11. This is equal to H21 minus ES21, EH22 minus ES22, etc. H2n minus ES2n. And in this way, this comes N1 minus ESN ENL HN2 ESN2 so this is one, that's one. O minus EHNN minus ESN. This should be equal to 0 from the. So the nth degree polynomial of E leads to a set of n values for E. So here the nth degree polynomial in equation E. So we are getting n values for E. The lowest is the closest one to the ground state energy with a selected trial version. So we have selected a wave function that we call it a trial wave function. With the selected, we getting different E values. In n E values, which one is the lowest one that we taken as a ground state energy? So the 10th degree polynomial give E leads to n values of E, from n values of E, we get a lowest one is the ground state with a selected trial function. Suppose we choose another trial wave function, we may get the another energy. So we are comparing which one is the lowest one. So in that way we are polishing the trial wave function also, and we getting finally the lowest energy, which is the ground state energy, and that corresponding trial wave function is called lowest ground state wave function. So this method is a principle, and the Rayleigh methods to get a trial wave function ground state energy. This is all about the idea of a variation principle and Rayleigh method. Next class we will going to find the different problem how we are going to deal, and also we will discuss on the variation method for the excited states too. Thank you for